Pegassi here, aka G. You know, welcome to GTA 5 car v car episode 2 of the Lampadati Pigalle going against the Pegassi Monroe. Both these are sports classics. If you guys got any other requests, let me know in the comments below. I'll be working on them as we speak. Now, of course, with the Pigalle being front wheel drive and the Monroe being rear wheel drive, it's going to be slight differences in handling. And I expected the Pigalle to not be that great round corners, but I was completely wrong. In this episode, you're going to see a comparison with the lap times with fully customized version and non-customized version. As you will see, there's a huge difference in that for this particular set of cars. First of all, the Pigalle's handling is absolutely amazing. The response around corners is amazing. The turning circle available with the options is amazing as well. So definitely handling goes towards the Pigalle because the Monroe oversteers quite a bit if you push yourself, and it's rather rigid as well around corners. You'd have to sacrifice a lot of speed to actually execute them properly, especially consecutive corners where it's very, very difficult to pull off. Acceleration, you can see there, hand down to the Monroe, and without a surprise here, the Monroe itself has amazing top speed against the Pigalle. Pigalle cannot even catch up towards the Monroe. He just took off right away. So this information is key. Remember, this episode is pretty much for you guys to get a sort of a view on both these cars in different situations. Obviously, these are limited to specific tests. I mean, you sort of get an overview of both these cars. Obviously, the Pigalle surprisingly had more torque than the Monroe, and damage test was also pretty close. $365 to repair the Pigalle, and the Monroe, in fact, was $370, a $5 difference there. So the Pigalle was slightly more durable, although it may seem harsh on the Monroe. Now, customization, the Pigalle has a lot of customizable options. However, on the Monroe, there's hardly any at all whatsoever. So another point going towards the Pigalle. You can see here a lot of the Hipster customizable options, which are rather unique for the Pigalle, which no other car has. But then again, one can simply say it's ugly. By the way, this is a fully stock comparison. At the end, you'll notice that it's a slight difference, 0.5 of a difference, and the Monroe actually won it in a stock comparison. However, once you add a spoiler to the Pigalle, the traction increases, so the downforce also increases around the corner. And you'll notice there's a huge difference in that. Obviously, we know the Monroe has no customizable options, hence no spoilers. So the statistics are going to be scaling towards the stock version, and only the increase will be the speed. So traction has not changed. Therefore, you will notice that the Pigalle will take the corners much better. And also, this means the lap time is going to be better, technically, than the Monroe, which was the case. I mean, obviously, post a 1.14 patch, they decided to make the spoilers actually work instead of making it cosmetic, just in case you guys didn't know. So the reason why I'm showing you the customized comparison here today, just because the Monroe has no spoilers whatsoever. Every other comparison was not necessary because it scales 1-to-1 ratio, just because both cars that I compare have spoilers. Therefore, everything should scale accordingly to the stock and to the fully customized version. So that is pretty much getting rid of all your doubts for the other comparisons. But this one had to be done. As I said, the Monroe has literally no customizable options, and the Pigalle is pretty much taking these corners with ease. It literally has the best turning circle available for any cars I've seen so far. Especially, here's the thing, I mean, you could say I'm biased because this track consists of a lot of corners, and of course, a Monroe, if you take information from this particular footage, you can see that the Monroe has amazing, obviously, top speed and acceleration. So on a track that, if you're racing on a track where there's not a lot of corners, of course you're going to win with the Monroe compared to the Pigalle just because of the speed. So you can gather that information, but obviously we do our test on the same track, so it's fair that we use this track because that's what we use for every other episode. So you get an overview of sort of information here that on a track consisting of a lot of corners, a Pigalle will win. If there's a track with no corners whatsoever and slight sort of curves, more than 90 degrees, then you will win with the Monroe. So anyway, regardless, the Pigalle pretty much won it here. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. Let me know in the comments below which one's your favorite amongst both of these two. Check it out. Now, good night, peace. Yeah! Oh, if you guys missed out the previous episode, you can check out the Imponte Phoenix going against the Vapid Blade. Click the annotation on the screen, it will take you straight to it. And also check out the other comparisons within the playlist if you haven't seen them yet, because there might be ones that you requested already there.